Find your mouthpiece and put on your jock straps. It's the Sports Blitz with Doug and Robbie.
Okay, how long is your show?
You guys have such a great setup.
Hey, listen, if you're under a rock or if you're in a cave, come on out and listen to our episode.
It was fun talking baseball. I love talking Red Sox. I love talking coaching.
I don't care because I would rather not be an MLB season than have to sit and watch the colossal embarrassment.
Hey, hello, I am Bloom. Yeah, it's Doug and Robbie from the Sports Blitz. I just wanted to find out whether you need some pitching.
There you go. In 5, 4, 3. Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode number 102 of the Sports Blitz. As always, I am Robbie, joined as always by Doug. Doug, how are you tonight?
Doing pretty well, Robbie. Everything is kind of crazy, wild, crazy and wild, but I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. I am ready to roll. I am
He's
excited.
ready, man.
He
is
pumped.
ready.
I am ready to roll on this episode.
So am I. And by the way, if you are under a rock or in a cave, definitely please come on out and give us a watch, give us a listen, and then, it's up to you whether or not you want to go back inside or not. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But this is going to be a super episode tonight. I can already feel it. And what is probably even more super, Doug, is our sponsor for tonight's episode. So why don't you go ahead and tell the people all about it?
Absolutely. Our sponsor, and has been our sponsor, and we thank them very much, is Zyman Organizing. Robbie, are you feeling overwhelmed with a room like that's the room you're in right now?
Always.
A cabinet. I don't see a cabinet in there, but it could be a cabinet in there. Or a drawer. I'm sure there's many drawers in that room.
There's a few back here.
Yeah, and do they need to be organized?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
I know they do because you're a mess. So anyway, contact Zyman Organizing.
Sad part is it's true.
They work with you to create. It's just a mirage there. It's really not real back there. It's fake. They will work with you to create and organize a space that is serene and a joy to spend time in, and a joy for Robbie to spend time in. So just remember, Zyman Organizing, creating a stress-free home. That is our sponsor for this week, and we thank them very much.
Absolutely. Big thank you, as always, to Zyman Organizing. We could not do it without them. So, no, as always, big thank you to them for their continued sponsorship. And in terms of tonight's episode, it's going to be kind of a two-part episode of sorts. So we're going to start out talking a little bit. Yep, passing the piece.
2 and 2.
Exactly. We're going to start out talking a little Patriots. Talk a little bit about this run that the Patriots are on right now, 3 wins in a row, which is very exciting. And then after that, we're gonna do a little game, a little continuation of Sports Blitz game night. Very excited about this game. By the way, if you watched the last episode of another show that is sort of part of our trilogy here, that is on a couch talking sports, our last episode, Kyle and I. Kyle, big fan of the show, great guest of the show. We did this game actually just in our last episode, which is out now. And by the way, speaking of new episodes, coming very soon to a screen near you is a new episode of Marvel at the Movies with Doug and Kyle. It has been recorded, and I hear there is some epic awesomeness that is going to be taking place on the exactly. Just a lot of good stuff taking place on the latest Marvel at the Movie. So definitely keep an eye out for that as well. Let's get into it, Doug. Like I said, it was a little Pats talk. The 5-4 New England Patriots, who, by the way, are above 500 for the first time since, I believe, week 3 of
1937.
Of the 2020 season. It feels like 1937 at this point. But yeah, Patriots, 3 wins in a row, including their win Sunday afternoon against the Carolina Panthers. Patriots now sitting in that final playoff spot in the AFC, who just a few weeks ago, who saw that coming? I mean, yeah, it's just craziness right now. So Doug, what I wanted to ask you sort of generally, first off, is just your thoughts on this 3-game win streak that the Pats find themselves on and now find themselves in a playoff spot within big time striking distance of the AFC East and back above 500.
I'm not sure if I really expected it. It's certainly when you have a new quarterback, you don't really expect anything. So
especially
you're
a rookie.
Like, let's see,
especially a rookie.
Especially a rookie. We're just like, okay, let's kind of see what he can do. It seems like to me, just my opinion, just throwing it out there. It seems to me that they're starting to gel. The defense is playing off the hook. I know we have some injuries on defense and offensive line and defensive line. I get that. In our running back situation, I think we need Tony Dorsett or something to come back out of retirement or something, because our running backs are falling like Rome. Or
yeah,
I'm not
sure. It's not good. It's not good at all.
They didn't practice today, so it's a little scary on that end. But other than that, didn't surprise me. You know, obviously the Jets game didn't surprise me, although they put up a ton of points, which was great to see. You know, I wasn't very surprised about Jets, because they're pretty much a horrible team. Yeah. So it totally makes sense. I was, however, very, very glad to see that they really kept Zach Wilson pretty much in place. And I loved seeing that. You know, that's the first thing. The second thing is that it really does, Robbie. It really does seem like they are moving forward. They're gelling. Seems like Mac Jones is really kind of getting things down, figuring out what's happening and when and where to go to. You know, they're talking about this guy every time I listen to national broadcasts, which I don't typically. I typically listen to Zoe. You know, I'd listen to 98.5 and turn down the sound. My wife can't stand that, and neither can my daughter. But because it's delayed, it's a delayed thing. It's about 7 to 10 seconds delayed.
It's not in sync.
Not in sync. So I predict when this is going to be. I was doing that with you when I was texting you. Not this past game, but in past games, I would text you and say, "Oh, check this out. He just scored. This guy's going to score." And you're like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Well, I'm listening to the radio as opposed to the TV." So I just think that they're gelling now. I think the offense is gelling. I mean that they're playing. They seem like they're playing as a team. Doesn't seem as fractured,
right,
as it was when they first started the first 3 games. First 3 games seemed very fractured, like it seemed like Mac Jones was not seeing ghosts, but maybe not seeing anything, maybe clowns. I don't know. He just wasn't. They weren't gelling together as a team. Now I think they are. So, am I a little bit surprised? No, not really. It's a Bill Belichick team, so I'm not really surprised about that. Am I? Do I think they're headed in the right direction? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I definitely think. And they're actually, they're actually very exciting to watch at this point. So, Robbie, what did you think about, at least the last 3 games and how where they're headed?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. I think that it is a very pleasant surprise to me, given the way they started the year, how they've really been able to turn it around. However, I think to sort of build off your point of not necessarily being too surprised about it, I think you may have seen some evidence of this, even in games that they lost early on, that they were maybe, 1 or 2 plays or 1 or 2 things away from actually being in a much better position record-wise than they were, heading into this last 3-game stretch.
Their play's better than their record.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like the Dallas game. I mean, you could make the argument they should have won that Dallas game. Unfortunately, Dallas beat them in overtime. Tampa, I mean, it came down to basically a missed field goal by the Pats. You could make the argument they should have won that game. I mean, New Orleans, New Orleans was probably the more sort of disappointing of all those games. Even Miami, they lost by 1 point. I mean, come on now. I think that I completely agree with you on the defense. The defense has been superb to watch, especially these last 3 games, and even in games that they lost. Again, the defense was what was keeping them in those ball games, for sure. The defense has been playing much more like the 2019 defense, it feels like, than the 2020 defense, which is really good to see. Good to see those additions that Belichick made in the offseason defensively really, making their presence felt. Matthew Judon's been amazing.
Matthew Judon is, I was just going to mention him.
Yeah, he's been amazing. I mean,
just
that's all that really needs to be said right there. I mean, he's just been fantastic.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and I think that the thing is, I think the thing is that they're not just beating. I mean, this 3-game stretch, the Jets are not that great and the Panthers are not that great, but who expected them to go into LA and beat the Chargers? I mean, not a lot of people were thinking that they were going to go into LA and knock off that Chargers team, where Justin Herbert is having a much, much better second year as opposed to his rookie year. And they went in there and just they got the job done. It was great to see. The running back situation is a concern to me. And that was for one of the points I wanted to ask you. Is it's interesting because they got Cleveland coming up this week. And Cleveland is a tough team. It's going to be a tough game now. It's at home, which is good. But Cleveland's also dealing with some running back issues of their own. I know Chubb is on the COVID list. Very unlikely he's going to play Sunday. They have some other injury. I think they're down to like one healthy.
Odell Beckham's gone too. So.
Healthy back. Yeah, I think they're down to one healthy back as well. At this point, Baker Mayfield is even dinged up. I know he's going to play, but he's has some injury issues.
I think it's a shoulder. Is it a shoulder injury?
I have to look it up. I just know.
Yeah, I think
I read
shoulder,
it in passing. That he was.
He can play with it, but it's not. It's not comfortable.
Right. Exactly.
What I'm hearing.
But I guess my question to you, sort of knowing all of that and sort of all things equal, how concerned heading into this week, or even if you want to look further down the road, how concerned should we be with the current running back or lack of running back situation for the New England Patriots as it stands right now?
Yeah, I'm not tremendously concerned because Bill's always bringing people in. We always have somebody to come in to be able to. We typically run 3 to 4 deep. Unfortunately,
and by the way, before the injuries on Sunday, that running back core was looking pretty dang solid. Stevenson was played out of his mind until he went out. I mean, he was extremely impressive. I was really happy to see that. Obviously,
but then Damian Harris comes in when he's and Damian Harris is playing off the hook too.
Yeah, even Brandon Bolden.
Brandon Bolden, the old man comes in for
both in the passing and running game, which was good to see. So
exactly. So I'm not. I guess you could say I'm not tremendously concerned about it, just because I think that in today's league, I think they have. I mean, obviously you need some kind of running game, and I get it, but there's sometimes that you can't run on a team. They have way too better of a defensive line, and there's no way you can run on certain teams. So you try real hard, but typically it's one of those things where I'm not really that concerned about it, just because I think that you could always do some kind of trick play. You could always have Aguilar somewhere in the background or whatever. Come and grab the ball and start running. So always, and we've run some of those plays. I've seen them, especially in the last couple of games. I've seen a couple of those. I guess I call them trick plays, but they're set plays that are already kind of in there. They're not trick plays like somebody's going to throw a football, but it's more of a handoff to a wide receiver who then runs. So I'm not really that concerned about it. It is a concern because you want, obviously your best guys out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it is a concern. Is it a heavy concern for me? Not really. But I think it is a little bit concerning. I know Phil had brought in a whole bunch of people this week, but I didn't see a running back on that list.
Yeah,
So
I haven't.
I'm not really sure what that means.
I haven't seen them even sign anybody. So that sort of goes to
Yeah,
show you
and
there.
they usually talk about who signs, but they did bring in some people. This week. I just don't, and I did not see a running back on that list though.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily concerned about it either. I mean, especially given the depth that you were talking about both there, and the sort of ability for some guys to be sort of multi-talented and versatile, in that regard. I mean, I think Josh McDaniels does a good job at kind of, if they need help at certain positions, sort of making things work there, and in terms of the play calling and stuff like that.
Robbie?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I just wanted to
go ahead.
No, I just wanted to chime in about the running back thing that we were just talking about. There is an article on Bleacher Report about Jonnu Smith possibly helping out in the running back kind of situation. That would be kind of a wow kind of moment for me.
Yeah,
just because he's a tight end, and he's not a small guy.
Right.
So
he's strong.
Him, he's very strong.
Very strong guy, though.
He's very strong. So I would love to see him, to see what he can do, even if it's for one or two plays, even if it's one play.
Yeah.
I'd love to see how he would be able to, kind of help him out and help with that running back void that we seem to have.
Absolutely. That would be definitely a unique use of Jonnu Smith's talents there. It's actually kind of a perfect segue, because I wanted to kind of dive into a little bit here the evolution of the Patriots passing game, and in particular the tight end position here over these last few weeks. And I was very impressed on Sunday, as I'm sure you were as well, Doug, because we were texting about it, with the play of Hunter Henry. I mean, Hunter Henry was very, very impressive to watch. I mean, that touchdown pass that he caught there from Mac, and Mac really did a good job of throwing that ball in there, basically right only where Hunter Henry could catch it there, right at the goal line. I mean, that was one of the more impressive touchdown passes that we've seen out of this team this season. And so I just wanted to sort of get your thoughts on, sort of the how the passing game has sort of evolved, because it definitely seems to me, at least, like Mac's gone into more sort of a consistent rhythm throwing the ball, and he's finally been able to sort of find these guys, Smith and Henry, and the receivers. Kendrick Bourne looked great on Sunday. Aguilar has his moments. I mean, so I was curious your thoughts. We were just talking about the running game, but also the passing game as well. It definitely bears some mentioning, because I feel like they've like with the running game, up until injury issues, has really come into its own these last couple of weeks, which is good to see.
Yeah, the passing game has been so much better in the last, I would say, 3 games than it has been before. I think you're right about having Mac really try to figure it out. I think he's figured it out. I think it has taken him, and you got to give it. He's a rookie.
Yeah,
you got to give him a little time to be able to do that. And hopefully, we were hoping that the time was sooner than later, obviously. So, but it does take a little time for you to kind of get in a rhythm and get going. And I think he's definitely there. Everybody that I've seen talk about him says that he is. And if you look at the rookies around the league that are actually playing, the ones who are not playing too, that have had some because they're playing because of injuries. You look around. I mean, think of New York. Think of the Jets. You're thinking about number 2 pick, right?
Yeah.
Number 2 pick.
Who,
now,
by the way, is now no longer starting in New York.
Correct. He's hurt, correct?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, you think number 2 pick and you're thinking, God, this guy's got to be really good. Not so much.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a great team behind him, so that does make a difference. But still.
That's why they had the number 2 pick in the first place.
Correct. And they're probably going to get the number 2 pick again. Or number 1. Who knows?
Yeah.
But because they're terrible. But I think what it comes down to is that, Max just has to get into this rhythm. He also has to start getting confidence. And from what I'm hearing, the team has a huge, huge confidence level. I mean, the confidence level is sky high for this guy. They love this guy from what I'm hearing. And I don't have any inside information. I'm just what I'm seeing on different reports from different places, different Pats insiders, that kind of thing.
Doug's actually hardwired into Bill's office, so he's not telling you. Is that
he's calling me right now. Hello, yes. Oh, Bill, yes. How you doing? Yep. Huh? Yeah, we're talking about the Pats right now. I told you we were going to do that. I told you on Sunday when you called me about the game. Yeah. Okay. Great. Excellent. Ooh, I see that. Okay, I'll say it. No problem. Bill says the Jets suck. So he agrees with me. Totally agrees with me that the Jets suck. So
I totally agree with him. So there you go.
Yeah, I think everybody does. So I think Mac really needed some time.
Right.
He's a smart guy. He's got the plays down. But you notice when he first started, a lot of the balls were going low, a lot of the balls were going out of bounds, a lot of balls were whatever. It also takes that front line to protect him because he's not rushing. Just what you need is a rookie quarterback rushing to throw a pass. You can't have that.
But that's been part of the problem. That was part of the problem, at least early on, was that he wasn't getting that time to throw because he was basically being put flat on his back every other play.
Absolutely. And that's always a problem, especially with a rookie quarterback. How can you tell whether a rookie quarterback's good or not if he's flat on his back most every single play?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't really have, access to that to that thought process that he's either good or bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
very just true.
But I really think he just needed to develop a rhythm, find out what plays work and what doesn't work. Not afraid to throw it out of bounds and not get sacked. Not afraid, and knowing when to do that.
Yeah,
that's not a rookie. That's a professional.
Right.
Knowing when to do certain things because you hear the broadcast and you hear, oh, geez, that was a great play. He threw it out of bounds, but at least he didn't get sacked. He was 10 yards back. So these are the kinds of things that he had to kind of work out. So I just think he needed to get into the rhythm, and I think he's there, and I think he's in that realm where you want to see what he's going to do next. And again, he's got his whole team backing him. They love him.
Oh yeah.
And he might sound very, very like this when he speaks. That's also a Bill Belichick thing.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just like he won't. I mean, he'll answer every question.
It's very political. Sort of a very political sort of answering system they got going on.
Patriots way, baby. Patriots way.
Absolutely.
That's the way it is.
We've known it for 20 plus years now, and it ain't changing. So
he's got the blood running through, and it says Patriots way on it as it goes through his
absolutely.
But still, I think he's doing. I think he's doing a great job now, and I love the fact that the team has confidence in him because once he gets that confidence from them, I'm talking about everybody, not just the offensive line and his offense, but the defense also does too.
Yeah.
Once you get that confidence, he's just going to do so much better.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. And I mean, just the way in the last 3 games alone, just seeing his evolution and progression has been so exciting to watch, and he really has come into his own. And I'm very excited to see where he goes from here as we continue to get on, into the second half of the season and, working ahead. I can't believe I'm saying this because we weren't really saying this at the beginning of the season, towards a potential playoff berth for the New England
Right.
Patriots. And that's kind of how I wanted to wrap up the Patriots sort of portion of our discussion, Doug, was sort of asking you, we're 9 weeks into the season. We've seen a lot of football so far over this first half, over this first 9 weeks. So I wanted to ask you sort of,
are you ready for some football?
Yes, always. As we head into the second half of the season, what I guess the plain and simple question I will ask you, Doug, is what are your expectations for the Patriots this second half of the season, and what should our expectations be for this team as we head into the second half?
I don't have a lot of expectations. My expectation is that they will continue to get better and better. Mac will continue to get better and better. The team will continue to get better and better, and that they will continue to win games. That's really my only expectation. I don't have, just because there's so many new players. There's a rookie quarterback, and there's so many new players. I don't have a lot of expectation for this team. Do I think that if they keep playing the way they're playing, that they'll actually make it to the playoffs? That's a distinct possibility. Do I have an expectation that they will? No, I don't. And just because, again, rookie quarterback, pretty much almost a whole new team. I mean, there's a lot of new guys, and the expectation is that those new guys will help us win. That's all the expectation I really have right now. The way they're playing now, I'm excited to watch each game. From the first game to the second game, I was like, oh geez, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be horrible.
It's gonna be another one of those years.
Terrible season.
Yeah.
Mac's gonna have like 4 games, and then Hoyer's gonna be in.
It's like, oh god, yeah.
They just reactivated Stidham off the IR list.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
yeah, so you
why?
can ride the bench. So you can ride the bench.
What?
Yeah.
For what? So we can ride the bench and hold our 53rd spot?
Yeah.
Well, what do we do with that for?
I don't know.
Unless Bill's got a plan, and I don't even know what the plan is. But anyway, not too many expectations. My only expectation is that they continue to grow and play the way they're supposed to.
I think that's a very fair expectation to have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna, jump all aboard the playoff hype trade at this point. I still think there's a long way to go. I think my expectation is that they're going to continue to battle. They're going to continue to, play competitively, much more competitively than they played last year, and that they're going to continue to get better, like you were saying, and, hopefully win a lot more ball games. And, we shall see. I didn't think they'd necessarily be at this spot that they are currently at this season. So, they're kind of, in my mind, playing with a little of house money at this point. So, anywhere they go positively from here is just icing on the cake. So I'm excited. You're right. As opposed to, last year, I'm excited to actually watch this team week in and week out, because that they've got a chance every game that they play from what they've been showing so far this season. So
Absolutely.
it's gonna be an exciting second half. I think that's a very fair expectation to have. So definitely a lot more football to be played, and we will definitely be talking a lot more football in future episodes as obviously we go through the second half of the season. But we do want to move on to sort of the second sort of part of tonight's episode. I'm very excited about this part because I love sort of the whole game night atmosphere. And also, this was my idea for a game, so I'm also very excited about that. And like I said, if you watched...
That was Robbie giving himself a pat on the back.
Exactly. If you watched the latest On a Couch Talking Sports, we played this game on that one as well. So definitely, if you haven't, please give that one a view as well. So the name of tonight's game is 20 Questions Sports Edition. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is 20 Questions Sports Edition? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's going to be a little competition here between Doug and I, where one of us is going to think of a sports-related answer, quote-unquote, answer. It could be person, place, thing, etc. And the other person has 20 yes or no questions, can ask 20 yes or no questions to try to guess what their opponent is thinking of. So, for example, I would think of, I don't know, Randy Moss, and then Doug would have to try to ask me up to 20, like I said, yes or no questions to try to guess Randy Moss. If he gets it, he gets a point. If he doesn't, then he doesn't get a point.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you have a question.
I know it's sports related, but does it have to be? Can it be any kind of? Can it be any kind of sports kind of situation? I know you said person, place, or thing, but could it be like? Does it have to be? It doesn't have to be professional. It doesn't have to be college.
No. It could be any level, anything. Absolutely, no.
Okay.
100%. Nope. You're free reign in terms of levels of sport. So okay. we're gonna play first player to 3 points wins. And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's fun. It's fun. And
Doug, I'm all hyped up. I'm
Doug,
ready to roll.
Doug, what I will do is I will give you the option. Would you like to think first, or would you like to guess first?
Oh, that's a great question. Great question. Okay, I think I will think first.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I am ready to be the first guesser. And again, you and I will sort of take turn, switch off back and forth here, obviously. So all right. So whenever you're ready with your answer there, I'm ready to guess.
I'm ready.
All right. Now the fun begins. All right. And somehow, some way, we will keep track of how many questions we are done here. I'll get a little piece of paper here and try to keep track of how many questions were each for each round. All right. Is it a person?
Yes.
Okay. Is it somebody who currently plays their particular sport?
No.
Okay. Is it somebody who is currently involved in professional sports?
No.
Is it somebody who's currently involved in college sports? Okay. Is it somebody who's currently involved in high school sports?
Maybe. No. Let me see. No, I don't think so. Okay. I have to think about that one.
All right. Is this a person that we know personally? Like if we let me rephrase the question. Have we met this person in person?
That's a great question. Yes.
Okay. So we've met this person in person. Is this a person that has appeared on this show?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that narrows it down to a little bit under 10 guests.
Yeah. All right. Is this person a male?
As opposed to a female?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is a male.
All right, so that eliminates one guess. Sorry, Donna.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And she's not sports though; she was radio, so that makes sense.
True. Well, she was sports radio. I mean,
she does. She did put together the Black Sox book.
All right.
So yes. So she did have some sports attached.
So I've now done 8 questions so far. So question number 9. Is it a person we've had on this show multiple times?
Yes.
All right. Is it Kyle?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a good guess though.
I mean, so wait, we've had him on the show. Oh, of course. Okay, I know. Is it George? Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I was trying to think of whether he was. I was going to see whether you were going to ask. Well, does he do? I thought you were going to ask about the different sports, and then if I said basketball, you probably would have gotten it if you asked about it. But then I was trying to think. Wait a minute, he's been in like little amateur leagues. So I'm like, did he actually play, or did he? I mean, he played in amateur leagues, but I just was like, right. I don't know.
Oh, I can do this. That was a good one. All right, I'm on the board first. I am up 1-0, and now I will think of somebody that Doug can guess. And give me a second here. All right, I'm ready.
That was quick, buddy.
Just quick on the draw, man.
Quick on the draw. Okay. My first question is this a person?
Yes.
Okay, that narrows it down to about 45 billion people or so. Does this person play sports? Obviously.
Well, but by that, do you mean like currently
current? Is it a person that plays sports currently? Is part of a league or what?
No.
Okay. Is this person a local sports person?
No.
Well, that narrows it down to 35 billion people. I don't know if I asked this. Does this person play or used to play professional sports?
Yes. So you're 4 questions in, just so you know.
Yep, I'm counting it too.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You can count too. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Plays professional sports. Non-active Did this person play baseball?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that narrows it down to a little less than 100,000. Okay, so we're down to that. Sports doesn't play, but plays baseball. Narrowing it down.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
It doesn't play.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Because you asked me before, did this person play in a professional league at one time? All right. Well,
I said, does the person play
I have to clarify that because they did not. That then I got to go back to the baseball question with that line and say no.
Person didn't play professional.
For baseball, did not play professional base. Has not played professional baseball.
Well, that kind of changes things.
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes with these questions because you're like, well, wait, like, how do I answer this question? Because like it could be like a whole bunch of different. Each of us have different interpretations of our own questions, so it's like.
Yeah, so it gets kind of hairy that way, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Is this person retired?
No. When you either guess or when I tell you who it is, you're gonna guess why I'm like hemming and hawing about some of these questions. And don't worry, you do know this person. I'm not thinking of somebody that you like have no idea
No, that's fine.
who it is.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Is this a person that is this person somebody that you've met?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I asked the question. It's just kind of one of those,
It's all right.
Does this I was just looking at the amount of questions I had. Does this person play football? They don't necessarily play baseball.
Yes.
Oh.
I can like see the wheels turning in your head.
I know. Oh. See. A lot of players running through my head, actually, but did this person play for the Patriots?
Yes.
Hey, we're now narrowing things down slightly. Is this person, I should say, is this person currently on the Patriots?
No.
Narrowing it down even more.
We hope he's narrowing it down more.
Was this person drafted in the very, very late rounds of the draft that the person was drafted in?
Hold on, I gotta do some research, some quick 30 seconds of research here.
I stumped you with a question. I stumped them with a question.
I know. I
love it.
Give me 1 second. No. Okay. Wait, can I? Because I don't want to unfairly mislead you. Can I just pause and ask one, sort of circle back to a question that you previously asked? And if I give it away, you know what? I don't care at this point. But
no, that's fine.
When you consider professional baseball, do you consider just the major leagues, or are you considering like minor league baseball in that statement as well?
When I think of professional baseball, I think of yes, that's the professional baseball covers the minor league, so I guess I don't know. When I say professional baseball, I think I think that it, I think of something that's professional, like the major leagues, is what I think about. But I know that the other leagues are obviously. Once you get into AAA and AA, you're playing professional baseball.
The reason
not up to the major league.
Why I ask is because the way you think of it determines how I answer that professional baseball question.
Okay.
So I guess I kind of need a clarification so I can
okay. So let me ask the question: did this person play Major League Baseball up at the major league level?
Right. Oh, God. Does spring training count?
Are you kidding me?
Well, I
oh, you're just funny, man.
I'm trying my best.
Does
here.
Spring training count? Well, I don't know. Let me see. Do they have a contract in spring training and they're just not there anymore? Or I don't know what's going on. That's crazy.
No. Yeah, the answer to your question is no. Because I just realized I was wrong in what I was thinking. So never mind.
Okay.
This is a hard one because, like I said,
I picked the easiest freaking person in the world to pick, and you pick like so off the charts.
One of the
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm looking for: a football player or a baseball player. So I think it's a football player that may have played baseball in the minor leagues, or may have played baseball but tried to get. So
is that a question?
No, it's not. It's figuring out in my head. It's not a question. Did not have a question mark at the end of it. I'm going to ask that. I'm going to just go out and ask it. Did this person play two different sports?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're narrowing it down to about 4 billion people instead of 30.
By the way, I have you at 13 questions.
Okay. Cool. And we've already kind of okay. Hmm. Is this person Bo Jackson?
No.
That was my one. Was my one big one. Because Bo Jackson played both football and baseball.
No, I get the logic.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the questions I asked too, because now I'm like trying to think of the past questions to make sure that it's this and that makes it. Let's see.
I do think it's funny you guessed Bo Jackson since he, as far as I know, never played for the Patriots. And I did
Didn't just
answer.
play for the Raiders.
I did answer yes to
I'm
that.
just thinking about the guys that played both sports. So yes, so it totally makes sense. Did this person, when he played baseball, play for the Red Sox?
No.
Wow.
I do wonder if any of our viewers have gotten the answer yet. But so, by the way, folks, if you think you got the answer before Doug, comment down below.
Did this person play in the Patriots the last, I would say, 3 years?
No.
How many questions am I at?
You were at 16.
16?
That was number 16. Yep.
This is toughy. It's probably really super simple.
I mean, you'll probably, when I say it, or whenever it's revealed, you'll probably realize it. You'll probably get it, but at the same time, I can see how this one is kind of a bit of a challenge.
Just a bit. Just a little bit of a challenge. I'm trying to look at my sheet here because I have some notes written down.
I can definitely see a lot of lines of questioning you could still go down to try to get it. Although, I mean, you only have 4 questions left.
Yeah. Take a shot in the dark here. Not a guess, just a question. Was this person a wide receiver for the Patriots?
No.
Okay. So I have 3 more questions.
You have 3 more questions. Yep. And after your 20th question, you get one like final guess.
Okay, just gonna go with another one because I'm really not really sure. Was this, although I don't know, we'll see after this question. Was this player a running back?
No.
I only know one other. Wow. Wow. Um, hmm. I haven't seen another one. Did this person help win a Super Bowl?
No.
Am I up to 19 or 18?
That was number 19.
Okay.
I do have to chuckle at the Bo Jackson answer because I'm pretty sure I had said that this player was not retired. Or not technically retired.
Um, this is a toughie. I don't really have any other questions left. I mean, I'm just going to take a guess.
Okay.
Just because there's only one player that I know that was on a past team that I know of that played professional baseball, actually, and then, or started to play professional baseball, and also played for the Patriots. And the only player that I know of that did that I know of, because I don't really spend too much time thinking about. Again, I knew Bo Jackson obviously played for the Patriots. Deion Sanders also played for sports. The only person that I know is a guy from a while back, and is a guy named Tyler Gaffney.
Nope.
So that's the only player that I know.
I mean, I hope that when I give the answer, I did not completely just mislead you through any of the questions. I don't, because I tried. You do have one final guess if you choose to take it. All right.
The only guess I have.
I'm gonna give you the answer, and again, if I completely botch this up, I apologize in advance. But the answer was Tim Tebow.
No, you didn't. You didn't botch it up at all. I don't know. I mean, he's not retired, no, but he's not on the team. Yeah,
but that's what I was saying. He's not technically retired from football.
Correct. No, that was good. That was good. That was good. No, I wouldn't have. It's interesting how you picked him. But no, he didn't. There was no way. Tyler Gaffney's the only other Patriot player that I know that played two.
Well, I mean, obviously sports. Tim Tebow didn't make it out of training camp, so, but he didn't technically play for the Patriots.
That's very true. Yes. Yeah. No, that was good.
All right. Well, I'm still up 1-0, so now I guess it's your turn.
All right. Let me.
I'm going to try to think of a bit of a simpler one for both myself trying to answer these questions wise for next time.
It's hard because you're on one track and all of a sudden you answer a question, you think it's going to be yes, and all of a sudden it's a no, and it's like, oh, that just turned me around. This is tough. This is tough to find a player because I want to, or somebody, or thing, or whatever. Yeah. No,
it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because there's so many things you could think of, and yeah, it's so hard to think of something. It's like there's millions of different possible choices here, and yeah, it's so hard to.
That's correct.
In the moment,
I've had a few on my mind, and I was like, no,
why not? Give it a try.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't want it to be too easy because you kicked my ass, so I want to kick your ass now. I don't want to make it too easy for you.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Let me see. I had one. I had a second, and let me. Okay.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Is it a person?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a male?
It is.
Okay.
You notice how I thought about that for a minute? No. Yes, it is.
I mean, is this person alive? Is this male alive?
Yes.
Okay. Is this man currently involved in professional sports?
No.
Okay. Is this man currently involved in college sports?
No.
Is this man currently involved in high school sports?
Nope.
Does this man work in sports media of some kind?
Yes.
Okay. Sports media. Is this person on television?
Yes.
Okay. Is this person based in Massachusetts?
No.
Okay. Does this person work for a national television station?
I'm going to say yes. I mean, it's cable, but yeah. I mean, that's not going to tell you who it is, but yeah. I mean, yes, it's a national.
Okay. Is this would we see this person on TV during a game? It's like during a game broadcast.
During a game?
During a game broadcast.
I guess the way to say it is yes and no. I guess I should say yes, but not all the time.
Okay. I have myself at 11 questions already.
Yep. Very good.
So yes or no, not all the time. Is this person involved in football broadcasts?
No.
Okay, that may help. Is this person involved in hockey broadcasts?
No.
Is this person involved in basketball broadcasts?
Yes.
Okay. Is this person a former professional athlete?
Yes.
Did this person play in the NBA?
Yes.
So I'm at 16. All right. Did this person play at one point on a team based in Texas?
Hold on. I don't think so.
You gotta do it.
No, I don't think so. Hold on.
Was that 16 or 17?
That was a 17.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hold on just a second. Let me just check. I'm thinking no.
Okay. I mean, there's only like a couple of people that that are coming to the top of my mind, and if you answer no, that'll eliminate one of them.
The answer is no.
Okay. Has this person won an NBA title in their life?
Hold on. one last second here.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I think your hesitancy may have actually eliminated one of my thoughts, one of my guesses, one of my other guesses. So I don't think you would have been hesitant on it if it was the person who was in mind. That was 18.
Sorry, I'm doing a little inside research here.
That's all right.
Hold on.
That's all right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I think I have a guess. That'll let you finish your research.
Hold on. I'm just checking on this. I just want to be right. I'm going to just put this right in. Yeah.
In-show research by Doug.
Yeah, it stinks because I should. So you asked what? Did this person win a championship?
Did this person win an NBA title?
The answer is no.
Answer is no. Oh, okay. So that eliminates literally all the three answers that I had in my head.
I didn't want to make it too obvious. Those are great questions, though. Those are great, really good questions.
Not all the time. National broadcast. Is this person? I know this is. I'm like getting down to the crux here, but is this person a game announcer?
Game announcer meaning what?
Like that means either play-by-play or color commentary.
Just like your question before, he has done it, but not all the time. And I'll tell you why I say that later when we figure out what it is.
I'm just gonna take. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get it. Is it Reggie Miller?
Great guess. Nope.
All right.
Great guess, though.
I got my final guess here, and I have no idea who it is. And
it might. I don't know if you know this person or not. So I don't have any idea. Just with the questions that you've asked me, you've gotten to the
I don't know why.
I'm right up to the edge of the forest.
I'm taking this just wild guess. It probably is not right because I have absolutely no idea. Is it Hubie Brown?
That's also a great guess, but no, that's not.
All right, who was it? I do not get a point that round. Who was it?
Person is Greg Anthony.
That was a good one. I never in a million years would have thought of Greg Anthony.
I know, because the first people you're thinking about is Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, right?
And Kenny Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. That's when you said the Houston question. When you asked me about Houston, I was like, okay, I know the two people he's thinking about right now. I know exactly who he's thinking about. First of all, it's got to be Kenny Smith he's thinking about. So, yes, absolutely. No, that totally makes sense.
All right, well,
totally makes sense.
I still am leading 1-0. I will ask you, Doug, do you want to just go first person to two at this point?
First person to two is fine.
Yeah,
and
let's
we
just
can
do
also,
first person to two.
If you want, we could do just 10. We could do just 10 questions.
We'll do 10 questions from now on.
Yeah, just to cut down the time.
Yeah. Because we are already.
We don't want this episode lasting 5 hours.
Yeah. All right, we'll do first to two and 10 questions. I believe it's my turn to think. So let me think. I promise will not be Tim Tebow this time.
Bastard.
Tim
Tebow, good idea.
All right. I got one. I'm ready.
Sure?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Is this a person?
No.
Is is this a place?
Yes.
Place. Okay. Is this a place that you have been?
No. Well, hold on. I gotta clarify. Do you mean B? Do you mean been inside or like just like does being outside this place count or do I have to have been inside?
Well, I mean, have you been there means probably have been inside. I'm going to say, have you been inside this place?
No.
That's a better question.
No.
But you have not?
No.
Okay.
But I probably just had a big giveaway. All right, I gave away at least a clue there.
Is this a sports venue?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a sports venue that is around here in Boston?
No.
That narrows it down to
And you're
about
5 questions.
500 sports venues around the country, excluding Boston. Is this a professional sports venue?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay. The professional sports venue. So that narrows it down to 499 places I'm going to at this point.
And you have 4 questions and a final guess left.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going up to 10.
We're going up to 10 now.
Well, you kind of hinted that you haven't been in it, but you've probably may have been near it, not inside it. Is this is tougher than having a person? Does this venue, when you go to this venue, can you watch multiple sports in this venue?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. It's a Marlin. No. Multiple sports venue. Not in Boston. What am I up to number 7 or did I hit 7 already?
That was number 7. So you're
That
right.
was number 7?
This is number 8 coming up.
Okay. Sports venue. Does this venue, when you go to this venue, can you see professional basketball and professional hockey?
Yes.
Narrows it down to every freaking stadium in the world except for Boston. Is this venue in the Northeast?
Yes.
That was 9, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
that wasn't a question.
No, no, I know. No, so
that's not my 10th question.
So you got 10 and you've got question 10 and then a final guess.
Okay. Northeast. Never been there. Multiple sports.
Well, remember the way I answered the "Have I been there?" question. I've never been inside, but
right. Right. Is this venue in Washington, D.C.?
No. Since I just marked that out, I'll tell you I have been in the arena in Washington,
No,
D.C.
I know you have, and I asked, and I was trying to figure out whether you were trying to okay, you've been there, but okay, maybe you haven't. Then I was trying to think of whether there were other arenas in Washington D.C. that you might have walked by that play different sports, but it wasn't necessarily in that. You went? Didn't you go to the Nationals game though?
No, but I've been to a Wizards preseason game, and
Oh, you did. Okay.
I've also been to a Georgetown basketball game, both in Capital One Arena.
Oh, okay. I was just checking because I didn't necessarily have that in my brain. All right, so my guess.
Your final guess.
My final guess. My final guess is going to be. My final guess. My final guess. My final guess. Final guess is going to be. I'm going to say the squared circle. I'm going to say Madison Square Garden.
You are correct. Very good. Yeah. Very good.
And again, I just basing it on the fact that you've walked by it. The fact that the Northeast got me into that already.
Yeah. No, because I've never been inside Madison Square Garden, but one of the times that I visited New York City, I remember I went with my cousin and we walked around to the outside of it, so I could actually see at the very least see the outside of MSG. So
that's why I asked about the Washington thing, although I thought you were in several venues in Washington, so I didn't really know about the basketball stuff, but I did know about the baseball. So, right. But that's why I asked about Washington.
Right.
So, but then you said it was in the Northeast, and I'm like, well, where else would he be? And it's professional sport. And of course, I said that
it's hockey and basketball.
That's correct, and it's called the squared circle because why?
Because it's a big circle, basically going around.
It's a big circle, but they call it Madison Square Garden. It's not square.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
All right, so we are tied at 1. Again, going to 2, so I can win it here potentially. So you got to really dig deep with this one, Doug. Give me your best shot.
Now, does the when you pick a place or something? I'm not saying I'm picking a place, but when you pick a place, or you pick a thing too. When you pick a place or a thing, does it have to be related to? It has to be related to sports that we've come up with.
Yeah. I mean, we are a sports show.
Okay, no, I'm just checking. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Is this a place?
Yes.
Okay. Is this place located in Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay. Do they play one or more professional sports at this place?
Yes.
Okay, so they play one or more professional sports.
Wait, hold on. Let me retract that.
Okay.
You say sports or professional sports?
I said professional sports.
Okay, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm going to say
That's
no.
all right. All right, so but they do play one or more sports at this venue. Okay. Do they play college sports at this venue?
No.
Okay. All right. This is going to be kind of a loaded question, but
It's all loaded, baby. It's all loaded.
Is this place home to contests in baseball and in any of the four following: baseball, basketball, hockey, or football? So like it could be any one or multiples of those four.
You mean just the sport itself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not college. There's no college. It's in Massachusetts. Wait, did I ask if it was home to professional sports? I did, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not home to professional sports. It's not home to college sports, but it is home to baseball, basketball, hockey, or football. Is this place located in either one of our current hometowns?
No.
Okay.
Question.
All right, well, since I sort of eliminated, are high school sports played here?
Yes.
Okay. Is this place located on the campus of a high school?
I'm not sure if I understood the question.
Like, is this place that you are talking about, is this venue located like on a high school's campus? Like, is it part of a high school's campus?
Yes.
Is this a specific place?
I mean, I'm not sure what that means. Is it
Like, does it have it like? I guess honestly, what boils down to is like, is this a specific like named place, or is this like a general like I don't know, like just a perfect example, and this is not a guess, but like football fields or like soccer fields or something like, or like high school football fields in general, or is it like a specific like named field or
it's no it's not I thought about that, and it's not specific.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like a specific like. Not.
It's not like the I don't know. It's not like the Babson College wasn't. It's not like the Babson Skating Center, like something like that.
No.
It's not that specific. Okay.
No.
So wait, how many? Am I at 8 questions? Was that my 8th question or my 9th question?
Yeah, that was your 8th.
That was my 8th. All right. Is it high school football fields?
I don't know really what that means.
Well,
I mean,
you said it's not specific, so I don't know like what.
well, I mean, it's not specific, meaning it's not just a building. It's not just a building, is what you asked. And I said, no, it's not just a building. I thought about doing that, but I decided not to because that would be
All right, hold on.
unusual.
All right, so, all right, so. All right, so that was my 9th question. All right, my last question is, have we been to this place?
Yes.
All right, well, for my final guess, I'm going to go with the Rivers Athletic Complex.
I'm actually going to give it to you because, yeah, that's what it is. It's Rivers School. You never asked if it was high school. You said, did they have high school sports?
Very good.
Yeah, no, that was good. And when you said it's a specific place, I was actually just going to do the field house. I said, no, I can't do that. I can't mess with that. I was like, okay, have we both been there? Yeah, we've both been there. Yes, it does it do professional sports? No. Does it do multiple sports? Yes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on. I twisted myself into pretzels, but no,
because you never really asked, is this a high school? And that would have been the next question if it was like 11 or 12 or up to 20. I guarantee you would have asked it.
I win. But that was a fun edition of Sports 20 Questions, aka Sports 10 Questions.
That's crazy, man.
Hope you all enjoyed this another edition of Sports Blitz Game Night. Doug and I are completely exhausted now after a while.
My brain hurts now. My brain is hurting.
Well, we'll definitely start to wind down the episode here with the latest edition now of our final thoughts. Doug's final thought probably is going to be how much he hates this game idea. But anyway, Doug, in all seriousness, let me toss over to you to kick us off with what is your final thought for episode number 102?
My final thought for this evening is very, very simple. YouTube is a really wonderful place to see all kinds of videos, all kinds of different things to watch. Everything from cooking shows to, you name it. It's there. You can look it up on YouTube. You can watch a basketball game. You can watch the 1986 Celtics. You can watch the whatever you want to watch. My final thought is that I think that more attention needs to be on more of and you can watch all kinds of podcasts too, all kinds of podcasts,
including the Sports Blitz.
That's correct. I think more attention needs to be put on some of these local, these local kind of podcasts, broadcasts, those kinds of situations where, there's a couple people, 2 people like you and I, or a few people, or like Kyle and I, you and Kyle, doing these shows, doing the prep work beforehand, doing the show, and then doing the editing afterwards. I think there needs to be a lot more. I think personally, there should be a lot more focus on more of these local shows, more of these local community shows. There's a few. There are several sports shows other than the one that I create myself with you that I watch. I just think that there should be a little bit more focus on trying to get the little guy out there a little bit more. So what I'm saying is that I think everybody that watches this needs to subscribe and hit the bell, watch some really, really local stuff. And that goes along with watching your local teams, watching your local high school, watching your local, if you have a college near you, watch your local college, watch your community colleges, watch the sports there is so different because they don't get paid professionally to do it. They play for the love of the game. And I just think that's something that needs to, Thanksgiving's coming up in a few weeks, and all those high school football games, the high school football games that I used to go to, Brookline versus Newton, it's been out there for years and years and years, even before I went. There was always that rival. That's what makes it exciting, is that these kids spend a lot of time, a lot of effort in trying to do these sports. And I think that people should go and support them and watch them. I think it's really important. So it starts out with those kids, the high school kids, and then works its way to our podcasts. So it's one of those things where go out and support your local teams. That is my final thought for this episode of The Sport.
Very good, Doug, and I could not agree with you more on all those points, especially right now with the actually the high school fall sports playoffs going on here in our great home state of Massachusetts, and with the sports really being back in force this year after last year, where they weren't really allowed to have the kind of fan support that they're accustomed to because of all that's going on. Definitely, if you get a chance to go stop by your local field or local gym or wherever, 100% agree, Doug. I mean, people should, like with YouTube stuff, they should definitely take advantage of all the local flavors that are out there. So I'm with you 100% on that one. So my final thought is I have a little bit of a gripe with Major League Baseball, or more the
which number gripe is this?
Yeah, or
number
more
472.
Yeah, exactly. I have a little gripe, or more specifically, the people who choose the Manager of the Year candidates, because the American League Manager of the Year candidate, the finalists for American League Manager of the Year were announced just the other day, and there was one name missing from that list that I think should be given much more consideration and much more thought.
Wait, can I guess without doing the questions?
Three. I think
I don't need 10 questions for this one.
You don't know.
I'm going to ask one question and then I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Is this somebody that's local to our city?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Does his name begin with the letter A?
Yes.
And his last name begin with the letter C?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know who it is. Tell us who it is.
It is our good old friend Alex Cora.
Of course.
Did not make the top 3 in the AL Manager of the Year. Now listen, I think Alex Cora should have necessarily won Manager of the Year. No, but should he have been in the final 3, especially when Scott Servais, or whatever you pronounce that guy's name, from Seattle, made it his team to even make the playoffs, whereas Alex Cora took a Red Sox team that coming into the season had very mediocre expectations and took them to the ALCS. Again, the ALCS, really one step from the World Series. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's what I would ask. Whoever voted or whatever selected those 3 to be finalists for the AL Manager of the Year, like, you need to justify that omission to me and to Red Sox Nation everywhere, because I just, for the life of me, am baffled by the fact that Alex Cora did not at least get a top 3 nod for AL Manager of the Year, especially when the third manager on that list didn't even make the playoffs. So that is my sort of just final thought for the evening, is like, just do better, MLB, or whoever. I don't even know if it's the MLB. I don't know who selects the Manager of the Year candidates, but just do better, whoever you may be.
Whoever you are,
do better. So yeah, that's my final thought for episode number 102. A little mini Robbie rant.
Always love the mini ones, especially the big ones.
Yeah.
And the little ones are good too.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to wrap us up for episode number 102 of the Sports Blitz. As always, we are on YouTube. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter.
What was the second one?
Shut up. We are on. We would like to thank, as always, our sponsor, Zyman Organizing, for their continued support of this local podcast endeavor. As always, we would like to thank all of you for tuning in and watching us. Again, please, if you have any suggestions for a future episode topic, ideas for the show, anything, please drop us a comment. We are always reading and would love to hear from you, and love to get
Can I comment on SoundCloud?
No. No.
Okay, thanks. All right.
But anyway, hey, listen, folks, we've got episode number 103 coming up. It's going to be a very exciting episode. It'll be our last episode before the Thanksgiving holiday, so we'll have some fun stuff for you on said episode number 103. But yeah, like I said, thanks for tuning in, and please like, subscribe, hit the bell, man. Hit the bell. We always appreciate it. And as always, that is Doug. I am Robbie.
I'm Doug.
And this has been episode number 102 of the Sports Blitz. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Safe, guys.